One of the most common workflows within Visibuild will be creating defects and issues, assigning them out to the right person or responsible party for them to close out and then for you to review and sign off on. So to start with, I'm going to find the right location in the tree that I want to upload this defect or issue to. So I could drill down through the tree and find the exact location, but for instance, maybe I know that I'm defecting apartment 301. I'm just going to search for that location and then click into it. From here, I'm going to click the plus button on the bottom and then choose from my defect Visi type. So you'll be prompted to select from a defect round if they've been configured on your project, but basically defects rounds at the most basic level are just a way to categorize the type of defect, but you can also configure them to have review workflows and default due dates as well. So you could skip this if you didn't want to attribute this to a defect round, but in this case, I'm going to choose a builder's defect round. You can choose from pre-configured templates as well, but you don't have to because Visibuild's default template workflow works very well. So I'm just going to create this from scratch. So then you'll see you're asked to provide a title. You can see that there's some suggested titles here. So once you go through and start creating defects, it'll actually provide you suggested titles based on your most often used defects. So I'm just going to type scratched paint here. I can add a description. Then what I need to do from here is add photos. So I'm going to go in, take some photos. I can mark these up. I can add text, whatever I need to do. Once I'm happy with them, I'm going to add those photos. And then the last thing that I'll need to do is assign it out to someone. So I'm going to search for the painter here, assign it to master painting. And then you'll see that last toggle there, require evidence to close. That means that once you create this defect, for it then to actually be closed out, they'll need to attach some sort of mandatory evidence of rectification, basically proving that they've actually done the correct works. So if I click on optional details here, you'll see I can choose from a defect type if my company has configured defect subtypes. You'll see the defect round, and then you'll also see the reviewers. So Visibuild has been set as an automatic reviewer, and a due date for 3 days' time has also been set, which would have been configured against the builder's defect round. So once I'm happy with that, I can click create and add more. So then you'll see maybe I just want to hit scratch paint. You'll see that the assignee and the location are already pre-filled from the previous defect that I did. So all I'd need to do in here is add 2 more photos. And then, for instance, maybe I had walked from apartment 301 into 302 on this defect walk. I can just change that location. I can then go add 1 more. Maybe this one's cracked bench top. Add photos of that. Hit done. And then move into apartment 303. Once I'm happy with everything, I can hit on create and finish. You'll then see the drafts of the defects that you've created. Once I'm happy with that, I can choose to create more or I can finish. And now those will sync in the background. Same thing with issues. So if I click on an issue here, again, you'll be prompted to choose from a template or I can create from scratch. Again, I'll be asked to provide the same sort of details here. So maybe I want to create an incomplete work. You can see on the bottom there, you can select from your issue types. We have a few out of the box issue types, which are observations, incomplete works, and corrective actions. But your company can also pre-configure some other custom subtypes for your issues. In this case, I'm just going to select incomplete works. I'll give it a title, GPO not installed. Again, add a photo, done, assignee, electrical, require evidence to close. And now I can go through that same workflow, but I'm just going to create and finish.